First of all, we're going to go ahead and check for metal. These logs came from an urban project over in Gresham, so they haven't been down too long, and these were pretty high off the ground, so I don't think there's any chance any metal in here, but I'll check anyway. I use the Garrett here. Some pretty big limbs coming out of here. Too much junk in here. I keep tripping over stuff. Okay, so I think we're fine there. So I think we're locked in there okay. Our log stops are up at about 12, so keep that in mind. So we're about 20 inches. Yeah, so 18 inches. Check the other end here. 20 inches, 17 and a half. Looks to me like both ends are about the same, so no need for a toe board. So this blade has been on here for at least 2 logs. It's probably ready to be changed, but I think for this first cut, going through all these knots and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and leave it on here. I'm going through a bunch of bark, so there's no use putting a new blade on here and getting it dulled up right off the bat. So I'm going to start off with the 18 inches high. I'm shooting for a 12 by 12 cant, something in that range, from which I can make some good 2 by 6s. All right, let's get going. Okay, so with that dull blade, even though I was going pretty slow through these knots, you can see the difference in the color here. You can see that there's a dip right there. And if you put this across there like that, you can see there's about a 1/8 of an inch dip. So that blade needs to be changed. Usually I change the blade down there, but I'm thinking it might be just easier to do it down here at this end. Oh man, yeah. So I can just stand here, I think. Let's see if that works. It's nice having those doors open like that. So first of all, I'm going to take this off. A lot of people just take this yellow piece off and throw it away. I don't really see much need in doing that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, looks like the teeth are riding pretty good. I guess the next thing I need to do is check these blade guides to see if they need adjusting. I have to admit this, I hate to admit this, but I don't remember exactly what the tolerances are. There we go. Using a feeler gauge or thick piece of paper, 20 thousandths on top and 40 thousandths on the bottom. So 1/2 millimeter and 1 millimeter. So that should be the bottom. Feels good. So there we go, we got that set. So I'm gonna give it tight. That's set. Turns good. Close this up, and we can start sawing. So I think we'll start with 1 inch on top here. We'll take a couple 1-inch slabs off of here. That'll sort of get rid of these waves here. We should be down to about where we need to be for a 12-inch cant. Get the tractor and get rid of this stuff here, and then we'll have a place to stack these things. Now I have a place to stack my 2x6s when they're done, and then we can just lift them right up with the forks and get them out of here. Yeah, it looks like we're down to about the right spot. Okay, so check this one out. Nice and flat. A little bit of a dip. That big, huge, maybe a 64th of an inch dip there. Not bad though. When you're pushing with that dull blade, you're just like really push and just shove that thing in there. And with this new blade, it just almost feeds itself. So we're down to about a 12-inch cant. And this is always sort of a dilemma because, you know, we can flip it now and then trim off the other side until we get down to 12, until we get down to a 12-inch cant. But, you know, there's so much weight here. It just seems easier to me. I mean, because essentially what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up, you know, cutting into 2-inch cuts for 2x6s. Oh, and I figured out, you know, when I put this log up here yesterday, I thought it was 12 feet, and it turned out to be 10'8", I think. Yeah, 10'8". Then I thought about it. I thought, well, we need 2x6s for the roof rafters, and these actually end up being just almost the exact good length for those roof rafters. 13 roof rafters plus 1 at the end, so that's 14. So we need 14 roof rafters, and I think that we can get 12 if we cut them at like 1 5/8, because they don't need to be a full 2-inch, or even 1 1/2. Means you get 8 out of 12 inches. So 8 times 2 would be 16. So that would be the number. That would be the exact number we need for roof rafters. There we go, pretty good. The saying goes that as soon as you put a new blade on, you're going to find a nail. Now, I don't think we found a nail, but I think we hit a rock. I don't think it was on this side. I think it was on that side over there. There's a rock here, and then you can see nice and smooth cut, and then look at those chatters. So we obviously took out a tooth or two, but it's still cut pretty straight, so I'm not really sure what to do. I hate to change the blade. I mean, if it's just chatter marks like that, I guess I'm not that concerned about it. Mark on here that we can see. Okay, so there I am. I haven't lost any teeth. Doesn't look like it's taken any teeth out. It's probably just messed up the set on one of them. I think at that point, I think we're fine. We're just going to have some chatter marks in our boards. Chattering. No dipping there. Straight. Still cutting good. So we're trying to get 3 2x6s out of these 2 slabs, and I think that we can if we go 5 and 5/8, 5.5, which is fine. 5.5 will be fine, and we'll end up with basically 3 or 6. Okay, so I think this is what we got out of this deal here. Looks like 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. 24. 24 2x6s. I would say that's pretty good. And I think we have one more in there. It's not it's not a full 1.5 inch. But 24 2x6s, that's not too bad. That'll definitely do that roof.